This is the most luxurious mall in Abu Dhabi. Welcome to the Galleria. This is one of the most luxurious malls in the entire world. Imagine over 400 stores, 130 luxury brands from Hermes and Chanel to Louis Vuitton, plus more than 100 restaurants and cafes. That's like heaven. A cinema, bowling, spas, salons, literally everything you can think of. In today's video, I'll take you through a full day here. From breakfast to lunch to dinner, a little beauty treatment in between, some fun at the bowling alley and cinema, and of course plenty of shopping. So whether you live in Abu Dhabi, you're just passing through, or you're here on a holiday of your dreams, this is my perfect day at the Galleria. First things first, I decided to head to the hair salon. We were going out in the evening to one of Abu Dhabi's newest restaurants, right here in the Galleria, so I thought I'd better get my hair sorted. I went to Privé 7, but this is just one of many salons you'll actually find inside the mall. Alright, so one of the first things I'm going to do today is get my hair blow dried. This is one of my favorite places to do it. And you can see it's not looking great right now, so I'm ready for a little bit of a glow up. This is my go-to place to get my brows done. It's also my go-to place for my lashes and a bunch of other things. The moment you walk in, you get that luxurious experience. You're instantly handed a menu with signature mocktails, tea and coffee, which makes you feel completely relaxed and pampered. I went for the oxygen mocktail, the perfect way to kick off a bit of pampering, and before long I was led over to get my hair washed and finally get this hair started. Massageable chairs is such a luxury, oh my god. Everything is so well thought out, from the products that they use to the chair that even gives you a massage while your hair is being washed. And with my hair freshly washed and feeling super clean, I went for the full process of getting styled for the evening. They put so much care and detail into every step, starting with a blow dry, then rollers, and finally going over with a hot iron and teasing the hair to create that beautiful voluminous look. It really was step upon step, but the result was so worth it. Oh my goodness guys, I have never seen my hair look so good. I can honestly say that this was the nicest my hair has ever looked, and feeling great, I was ready to move on to the next part of the day, breakfast. The Galleria has plenty of options, but I went with one of my favorites. Alright guys, so we're at Pool for breakfast. This is one of my favorite places in the Galleria to come for breakfast. I'm sure you know Pool from its locations all over the world. The French bakery, cafe and restaurant can be found everywhere, but the branch right in the middle of the Galleria is one of my favorites. For breakfast, we went for a hearty croque monsieur, as well as the salmon toast, which is a great healthy alternative. That is so good. With breakfast done and feeling fully satiated, we moved on to a different part of the mall, this time for a little shopping in the most luxurious section. Alright guys, this is the luxury collection. When I say you can think about any single designer, any single item that you want, and this is the place and you will get it. Every single designer from Hermes, Gucci, Fendi, Cartier, it's all here and it's incredible. In all my travels, I really don't think I've seen anything like the luxury collection at the Galleria. There are literal walkways of designer like Prada, Loro Piana, Miu Miu, and so many more. Honestly, just think of it and you can guarantee it's here. I think luxury can mean many different things, but to me, luxury is not lining for a store. For me, luxury is having that personalized experience. There is no place in the world where you can literally be surrounded by designer stores, every single one you can think of, and you can walk into any single one of them without a line. One of the most impressive things about the luxury collection and just the Galleria in general is that it never feels crazy busy like other malls of this level. There's still plenty of atmosphere, but you never have to wait to get into store or for service. On top of that, you can find some really incredible unique pieces, stuff that's usually sold out elsewhere, but here in the Galleria, the designers stock only the best of the best, so you can actually have a good chance of finding them. Another cool thing about the Galleria is how they're always mixing things up and keeping things fresh. One of the highlights is the pop-ups. By complete coincidence, there was a Bottega Veneta coffee pop-up happening the day I visited, and I've never had a designer coffee from Bottega Veneta before, but it was such a fun and unexpected experience. So, one of the best things about Abu Dhabi and one of the best things about the Galleria specifically is the fact that there's always so many different pop-ups. So this is just one of them I'm having right now. I've just got myself a Bottega Veneta coffee. I mean, where on earth in the world can you just walk in a random pop-up on a random Thursday and I've got a Bottega Veneta coffee? Absolutely love this. If designer shopping isn't your thing, or somehow this still hasn't impressed you, then this definitely will. The Galleria has probably the most impressive Apple store I've ever seen. You actually walk through the static cinematic video tunnel on both sides before you even get to the store, which sets the vibe immediately. But that's not even the coolest part. This has got to be the coolest Apple shop in the whole world. The Apple store is literally built on top of a giant waterfall. This is one of the most iconic features of Maryah Island, and honestly just in Abu Dhabi in general. It's hands down one of the best Apple stores in the world. So right outside the Apple store is Jan Couvre, one of the coolest new cafes in the Galleria.
There's just so much choice, and every single one almost looks too good to eat. But I will eat them.
Jan Couvre specializes in patisseries, literally the most beautiful works of art I've ever seen. Cheesecakes, chocolate mousse, every sweet treat you can imagine, plus croissants and even some savory bites. We were feeling for something sweet, so that's exactly what we went for.
Guys, look at how incredible all these pastries and desserts are. I have never seen such an appealing looking table in my life.
I mean, just look at this table and how incredible these creations look. We went for the millefeuille, a sort of cronut with nuts on top, the famous chocolate mousse, and another marshmallow style creation. The millefeuille with added raspberry was absolutely delicious and a firm favorite for Elliot and I.
Raspberry's amazing.
For me though, the star of the show had to be the chocolate mousse. I totally see why it's so famous now.
That's like heaven. Candy floss type thing in the middle, and then you've got like a Ferrero Rocher type thing going on as well. It's absolutely delicious. Chocolatey, smooth, rich. Wow.
The coffee was also really good, and its location right in the middle of the luxury collection makes perfect sense. It's right in front of the Apple store, adding to the whole ambience, and it's such a lovely spot. These aren't the only coffee spots in the Galleria though, there are dozens. Just to name a few of my favorites, I always love the coffee at the Hong Kong-based chain Arabica, and for something a bit different, you can head to La Cadeau to grab a coffee, and maybe even some flowers.
La Cadeau is my personal favorite flower shop in the whole of Abu Dhabi, and you guys can totally see why. I mean, look at how gorgeous these flowers are. One thing I love about the Galleria is that you can get absolutely anything that you want, and makes everything so easy. You can come over here, order your bouquet, and have a coffee while you wait. That is luxury, that is convenience.
I love to hit two birds with one stone, and every single time I need to grab some flowers for friends or family, or even just a beautiful bouquet for my house, it's so convenient to order it, have them prepare it while you wait, and enjoy a really lovely coffee at the same time. By this point, we had quite a lot of coffee pumping through our veins, so we thought, what better time for a little fun and games, waste some of that energy on the extreme zone.
And then all the way up here, you've got the cinemas. Look at this, guys.
Right next to the extreme zone on the top floor of the Galleria are the state-of-the-art cinemas with 21 screens. It's the largest cinema in Abu Dhabi. However, we were in it for the games this time, so we kicked things off with a little basketball.
Oh my god.
And let's get the balls rolling.
Oh.
Woo! Call me a kid, but there's nothing more fun than spending a little bit of time in an arcade.
3, 2, 1.
Next up, it was time to have a go at the punching machine.
All right, let's get a little bit of anger out. Let's hit this thing. Okay, so boxing is obviously not in my future.
With boxing obviously not being one of my strengths, we decided to do a little bit of bowling instead, much more our speed. And it's amazing that the Galleria has a full bowling alley right inside. I can say time and time again, but luxury isn't just about high-end designer stores, it's about having all this under one roof.
You know what? So fun. So much fun. I highly recommend doing this.
From here, we decided to check out another really special part of the Galleria, the Kinokuniya bookstore. This place is absolutely massive with thousands and thousands of books, and it's one of my favorite spots to slip away for a bit of quiet.
I love these Assaline books, and they're actually really hard to get your hands on. I've actually got the Havana one and the Tulum one, and I'm trying to fill out the rest of my destinations. They're a bit spenny, but I'm just so happy to hear it. Let me see which one I should get.
After picking up my book, I wanted to show you guys another hidden gem inside, the cafe in Kinokuniya, which even has its own private rooftop garden. It's such a cool little escape in the middle of the mall that hardly anyone knows about.
So I'm sure a lot of you guys know that I lived for 7 years in the UK, and one of the things I love most about the UK was Waitrose. But you know, I don't even have to give that up because they have it right here.
Finally, the last stop of the day before heading home to change for dinner was Waitrose. I honestly couldn't believe they actually have a Waitrose here when I first arrived. It's known as one of the most luxurious supermarkets in the world, and this one definitely lives up to the name. It has an incredible variety of fresh fruit and veg, ready-made food stations, and so much more. I personally love their rotisserie chicken. I get it at least twice a week for dinner, it's that good. And of course, you can pick up fresh flower bouquets or even caviar. Honestly, what could be more luxurious than that? After a quick change at home to get ready for dinner, we headed back to the Galleria to try out the newly opened Novikov. There are already so many big names here like Zuma, LPM and others, so we were really excited to see what Novikov is all about. For starters, we had the beef carpaccio, which was incredible, their famous burrata salad, and honestly some of the best prawns I've ever had. The starters were top-notch, absolutely delicious. And I have to mention the atmosphere was also amazing. The place was packed full of energy and it just made the whole experience even better. For mains, Elliot went for the ribeye and I had the clam pasta. Both were absolutely incredible. I'm a huge pasta girl and I have zero complaints. Well, of course, we had to finish with dessert, and we had the cheesecake, which was rich, smooth, and absolutely delicious. Overall, Novikov has to be one of the best restaurants I've had in Abu Dhabi so far. Alright guys, that was a full day at the Galleria, and it went so fast. From getting my hair done to breakfast, pastry, shopping in the luxury collection, checking out the Apple store, and even having a bit of fun in the arcade. When I say it's not hard to spend a whole day here, I really mean it. The Galleria isn't just a mall, it's an entire experience. Thanks so much for watching guys, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also check out the Galleria's YouTube channel linked in the description below to see more what's happening here right now.